Hello everyone. We keep on talking about love, and a lot of people, while associating the concept of true love, we associate it with the legendary story of Lord Krishna and Radha, which is indeed a great example. But we often try to ignore a parallel love story going along, and that is of Lord Shiva and Mata Parvati. Our 18 Puranams and 108 Upanishads beautifully depicts the love story of Lord Shiva and Mata Parvati. That how that how patiently Lord Shiva waits for the rebirth of his soulmate. So the story goes like this, that when Lord Kama was not able to mesmerize Lord Shiva with his powers, that's when all the gods requested Mata to come on the earth in the form of mortal body, marry Lord Shiva, and then their child, their offspring, that is Kartikeya, could perform some of the tasks which were actually decided for him to be performed. So we see Mata Sati coming to earth, and then they get married. But Mata Sati makes this bold statement when she says that I'm ready to come on the earth in the form of a human body, but as soon as I see anybody disrespecting me, which could be my father or my husband, I would immediately leave my body. Oh my god. The moment I got to know this, ever since then, I'm getting goosebumps as to how bold of a statement could be made by a lady. And this is not the latest story. This is something which has happened like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. And later on we know what happens, right? Daksh throws this great yagya where he calls renowned sages and big maharishis accept his daughter and his son-in-law. And when his daughter gets to know that, she goes there, she asks her dad, and she realizes that she's being disrespected, her husband is being disrespected, and that's when she jumps into the fire, and boom, the story ends. And after all this incident, Lord Shiva, thriving in that anger, in that agony, goes back into meditative zone. But since they did not had a child back then, that's when a rebirth happens, and that was of Parvati. Now the Parvati from the very childhood has been told about the stories of Shiva, and from the very childhood she was fascinated by him. But during all this time, Lord Shiva was into that tough meditative zone. So whenever Parvati tried to get close to Lord Shiva, he would always take tests of her and find out whether she carries the same amount of ego that somewhere Sati had back then. And once it all happens and they get married again, then you get to see these beautiful instances of their love story. Lord Shiva is indeed Ardhanareshwar. He is the entire concept of feminine and masculine energy within him. Moral of the story. So the next time someone tries to give you back the same story of Lord Krishna and Radha, which is indeed beautiful, you can provide them with another epic story of Lord Shiva and Parvati. With that, I'll be signing off.